Hello everyone, here is your 19th workout. You guys are doing awesome. If you guys are doing all these workouts, I am so proud of you guys. Now, today's focus is going to be lower body, cardio, and core. You're going to need some equipment. You're going to need free weights is an option on this one here, and a bench. If you can put 2 risers or make it a little bit elevated today, that would be great. If not to worry. I've seen some of your good benches. Jeanette has a cool bench. So just get something that can bring you a little bit elevated, okay? Now, only 3 circuits today. The first one is going to be long. It's going to be 10 minutes, okay? Now, the base moves, you're going to have an option today. You can pick between run, jacks, or skip, okay? I want you to work hard at this, but I want you to be able to choose some different skills that make sense to you, okay? Now, the first one you do will be 3 minutes because you're going to be using it as a warm-up. So don't go too heavy, too hard, okay? 10 minutes back and forth, okay? So after you do 3 minutes, you're going to have 4 different skills. The skills are going to be, now this is where you're going to be pushing your heart rate. You're going to be making yourself really work hard. It's called HIIT training, okay? First one is going to be jump downs off the bench, and I'll go through it just to review. We got some new skills here. We're going to do a right side squat press with a pulse. I'll go through that, again, using the bench or not. It's always an option. And then the last skill will be lunge off the back, and I'll go through that as well, okay? So those are your skills. Those will be 1 minute each, but it's for 10. So you'll start with your 3-minute base, skill, 1 minute base, skill, 1 minute base, skill, until you get to 10 minutes, okay? So the first skill I'm gonna go, just to show you again, it's the jump downs. Now, the jump downs are really for the depth, okay? So really land deep. And you really wanna try to land on your heels because that's how you get your glutes, and then you push up or you walk up, and the same thing, deep, okay? That is your first hard skill. That's after you've done your 3 minutes of running, skipping, it's up to you, or jacks, okay? Skill number 2 is going to be a little bit different. We've never done this before, okay? We can use a plate or no plate. I'll show you without a plate and I'll show you the option. You'll do one side at a time, okay? So I'm going to have my right foot. So my right foot is the one that's going to stay on the bench always. My left is going to stand down, okay? We're going to pulse for 3. So what we're going to do is 3, 2, 1, in. 3, 2, 1, in. Now, I don't have any plates. If I want to make it a little bit harder, I can grab a plate and do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3. Of course, with a plate, it'll make it a little bit harder, okay? You will do that on one side for 1 minute. Go back to your skill, and then of course, to make sense, you'll go to the other minute on the other side. Same thing, you'll have the other side, pulse for 3, go back to your base. Your last skill, a little bit different, lunging back off the bench, okay? So I'll show you that. For the lunge off the bench, you're gonna start on the bench, heels just inside your hips, shoulders back, abs are tight. Now, it's okay to look a little bit because I don't want you to fall, but what you're going to do is you're going to go back in. Now, I'm watching you guys, okay? What you're doing is you're doing a perfect lunge from the back, pushing up through the heel, okay? So you're going to alternate your lunges, making sure that your heels are flat and pushing up for 1 minute. So that is your first circuit. You only do it once, 10 minutes in total. Just to review, your base moves will be either a run, a skip, or a jack. Your skills are going to be your jumps, 1 leg one side, 1 leg other side, lunges back. Take a break. Circuit number 2, a very short circuit to bring up the heart rate, okay? Now, what you want to do with this one here, the short burst of energy are only 30 seconds, okay? So you're gonna start, and we call this a football run, okay? For 30 seconds, you're really quick and low. Have you ever seen the football guys when they do this? They're actually going through tires. We don't have tires. So for 30 seconds, go as fast as you can, okay? That's to bring up the heart rate. Then you're gonna come to your bench, okay? What you're gonna do here, okay, I'm gonna put my left foot on the bench, okay? Make sure that your knee's not gonna pass your toe. What you're gonna do is down and up. So you're doing a one-legged, and I'm even looking at my mirror and I'm seeing that I'm not perfect. So I'm gonna move my foot a little bit further forward because you do not want that knee to pass your toe. Shoulders are back, down, up, down, up. So my leg is on the bench, one-legged squat, okay? 1 minute, then 30 seconds, fast run. Go right back to your fast run, quick, 30 seconds. And then of course, change your leg, put the other leg on top. Now, if you don't want to do this and you don't find it stable or you don't like how you feel, you can always just do a typical lunge. If you want to make it harder, that foot goes on the back of the lunge, on the bench, down and up, okay? That's your circuit number 2. But take a little break and repeat it 2 to 3 times. So it's quick, balance one leg, quick, balance the other leg, break, repeat 2 to 3 times. Last circuit number 3, you're going to have 5 different exercises. Cardio is going to be done, and we're going to be using the bench, okay? It's going to be focusing on triceps, some good core, and some seated calves that we don't usually do. For seated calves, if you have something really heavy, I want you to grab it now. That's an option, okay? So I'm going to go through all 5 skills. Again, it's a circuit with no breaks. Just to review, because we've been doing these for a while now, your dips. When you have your dip, make sure if you're using the bench, the bum is close to your bench. You're going down, going up. If you do not like the bench, you can always sit on the bench, okay? You will be doing 10 to 20 reps, which means if you want to push yourself and go harder, absolutely go for it, because now we've been doing this for quite a while now, okay? Skill number 2 for your core, ins and outs. You're on your bench. Make sure that you can grab a hold of your bench. In, out, in, out, in, out. Same thing here. You have the option to do it 10 to 20 times. We have not done skill number 3 yet on the bench, called the reverse crunch. What you're going to do is you're going to lay on the bench. You are going to grab the back of the bench, okay? Your feet are up, and you're going to go up and down, up and down. If you can see, I'm going straight up to the ceiling, not to my chest. It's not a very big movement, but it's very controlled, very solid. Reverse crunch, again, 10 to 20 times. I'm trying to bring it up a little bit more that you want to push yourself, you can. Skill number 4, tricep push-ups on your knees, hands on your shoulders. 2 options, bum down makes it harder, bum up makes it easier. Bum down, down, up, down, up. Want to make it easier, shorten your lever, bum comes up, keep the same movement. 10 to 20 times. Last one we haven't done before, okay? So what you can do is grab the heaviest plate if you want to have an option. Seated calf raises, we're usually quite strong on this, okay? So what we're going to do is plate or no plate. I'm going to have a little more resistance. I'm going to bring my toes up on my toes, if you can see my toes, okay? And all I'm going to do is I'm going to pulse 50 times. Now, if you could see the side of me on the mirror here, I am not touching the ground. So I'm going up, up, up 50 times. The reason why, give you a little science here, seated versus standing. In the seated calf raises, you're getting a muscle called your soleus, the deeper layer. When we're standing calf raises, we're getting the gastroc, the top. So I want to be a little more creative, so we got everything. So you're going to be doing 50 pulses, okay? That is your whole circuit. Take a break, and you can repeat that 2 to 3 times. That's your power circuit. So there's nothing fast about this. Pure power, pure control, and good balance. So there's your workout. I'm posting it a little bit earlier today because we're going to be going on a little vacation. We're going to a dome for a couple of days, but I'll be seeing you guys again back on Wednesday for your next workout. Have some fun. If you have any questions, just inbox me.